Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 843.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to talk about why 2021 is the year for electric vehicles. Now, you know I've been talking about the quantum age and all this new technology that is coming into being, and it's really going mainstream and getting adopted. And this article is going to tell us why right now we're at a tipping point and why 2025 is a crucial year for many of these electric vehicles. But think about a company like Tesla. Recently, Tesla has crossed such milestones as hitting $700 billion in value, $800 billion in value. It's going to be a $1 trillion company. And Tesla has created all of that wealth by creating its new car and being in a new category of cars, electric vehicles. This is what I'm talking about in the quantum age. It is creating new inventions, new ideas, new technology that we're going to be adopting in our everyday lives. And these new companies are going to be creating wealth with all this new technology. And that's what's so exciting, is that with this branching out of technology, whether it's in cryptocurrencies or whether it's in electric vehicles or batteries for electric vehicles or healthcare, holistic health, some of the other things we've talked about on the podcast, these areas are very exciting because they're brand new growth areas, and that's brand new wealth that's being created and perfect for us to be looking for areas to invest in. Now, I like to use ETFs to do that so that you're investing in a whole sector of this new technology, but there's lots of growth areas right now that are really exciting. But I want to focus today on the electric vehicle space because there's some new information just breaking on ABC News, and they're sharing some information from these automakers who are redefining their images and their products right now for the next several years. This article was written by Megan Korn, and it says, "Brace yourself for an emissions-free future. No more internal combustion engines, no more polluting trucks and cars. Only 100% electric vehicles will be shown and sold in dealerships. Automakers are shaking up and electrifying their lineups, teasing motorists with images of upcoming gasless vehicles. The U.S. automotive industry will look a lot different by 2025 than it does today. Online car shopping site Edmunds predicts 2021 will be a pivotal year for electric vehicles, with U.S. sales rising to 2.5% versus 1.9% last year. Consumers will also see a deluge of new models entering the market in the next 11 months, 30 electric vehicles from 21 brands, up from 17 models in 2020, according to Edmunds. Stephanie Brinley, an industry expert at IHS Markit, said a larger selection of electric vehicles at affordable prices will help change Americans' attitudes on emissions-free vehicles. Automakers, though, will have to work hard to highlight why EVs are the smarter choice, she added. Cost is still a factor, and range anxiety will be partly addressed by education, Brinley told ABC News. There's no reason a consumer can't adjust to an electric vehicle. Which automakers are charging up their portfolios and betting big on battery technology? Well, first we have Jaguar Land Rover. The British company owned by India's Tata Motors has become the latest manufacturer to commit to an electric future. The Jaguar, the storied sports car maker known for its seductive designs, will become an all-electric luxury brand by 2025 To realize its unique potential, the marquee announced February 15th. Future Jaguar models will be built exclusively on a pure electric architecture, the company noted. Jaguar currently manufactures one EV, the I-Pace. Global sales of the stylish, futuristic-looking SUV totaled 7,807 units in 2020. The first all-electric Land Rover model will come in 2024, followed by 5 pure electric variants in the next 5 years, the company said. Moreover, Jaguar Land Rover expects nearly 60% of Land Rovers sold by 2030 will be equipped with zero tailpipe powertrains. The company has set another ambitious goal: zero net carbon emissions in its supply chain products and operations by 2039. The next company is Ford Motor. The Dearborn automaker's new splashy Mustang Mach-E SUV has Tesla owners trading in their vehicles for this all-electric Ford. The company's next vehicle launch, with a battery electric drivetrain, will likely be the F-150 pickup truck in early 2022. Ford's rollout of battery-powered vehicles in the U.S. has been slow compared to the competition. In Europe, however, Ford's entire passenger vehicle lineup will run solely on batteries by 2030. This week, Ford pledged to spend $1 billion to overhaul its factory in Cologne, Germany, as a base for electric vehicle production. 2/3 of Ford's commercial vehicle sales expected to be all-electric or plug-in hybrids by 2030, and Ford's newly announced partnership with Volkswagen will help the company achieve its EV targets. Our announcement today to transform our Cologne facility, the home of our operations in Germany for 90 years, is one of the most significant Ford has made in over a generation. It underlines our commitment to Europe and a modern future with electric vehicles at the heart of our strategy for growth, Ford of Europe President Stuart Rowley said in a statement. The 117-year-old automaker recently doubled its investment in electric vehicles to $22 billion by the end of 2025. Elected officials in Europe have been aggressively regulating tailpipe emissions. To avoid costly penalties and fines, automakers are phasing out petroleum-powered cars and trucks for EVs. The next company is Bentley Motors. The formidable, mighty W12 and V8 engines that power Bentley's pricey sedans, Grand Tourers, and SUVs will soon become part of automotive legend. The ultra-luxury automaker announced in November that its first electric vehicle will debut in 2025. Then, by 2030, every conveyance assembled at its Crewe, UK factory will be battery electric. Adrian Hallmark, Bentley's CEO, acknowledged the company's bold move, calling it a profound change in the industry. It's really a transformation of business, he told reporters. There is demand for a Bentley EV. Bentley's EXP 100 GT concept car could provide additional clues about the company's plans. The svelte, radically-looking Grand Tourer incorporates sustainable materials and comes programmed with autonomous electric driving technology. The battery electric powertrain propels the EXP 100 GT from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.5 seconds, according to Bentley. The next company is General Motors. The auto giant has not done away with internal combustion engines yet. The Detroit automaker laid out its bullish plans for electric vehicles in January, vowing that 40% of U.S. models will be battery electric vehicles by the end of 2025. By 2035, the majority of GM vehicles sold will be EVs. GM's large, masculine pickup trucks have been reliable moneymakers for the company, and consumer demand for these gas guzzlers skyrocketed in the spring and summer. Anticipation for GM's reborn all-electric Hummer, slated for the 2022 model year, has not waned since its debut last October. The company drummed up interest in the all-electric Cadillac Lyriq with its entertaining Super Bowl ads, and GM's small Bolt hatchback got a redesign along with a sibling, the Bolt EUV electric utility vehicle, for 2022. Global sales of the Bolt EV have topped 100,000 units since its market launch in 2017. These vehicles are part of GM's roadmap of launching 30 new EVs globally by 2025. And finally, more EVs. Automakers worldwide are busy readying their EV models for motorists. German luxury automaker Audi recently introduced its 2022 e-tron GT and RS e-tron GT, two high-performance electric cars that pack 522 horsepower and 637 horsepower respectively. Volkswagen's new compact ID.4 promises to be a serious challenger to the top-selling Tesla Model 3. All-electric automaker Rivian has been testing its $67,500 RIT truck in Arizona's desert. The truck can get 300-plus miles of range on a full charge. Then there's Lordstown Endurance, which will compete in the grueling San Felipe 250 desert race this April in Baja California. The slew of EVs hitting the market could upend the industry, IHS Markit's Brinley noted. Consumers' willingness to consider EVs will change as products get better, she added. End of article. Well, I think that's true. As there's more inventory available and more selection, I think people will get more interested in having an electric vehicle. I know I'm interested in it, but I just haven't found the right car that really intrigues me, that I want to own, along with a car that can go far enough with a battery charge. So I think the technology has to catch up a little bit, as well as some of the variety and features of the cars have to catch up. But by 2025, it sounds like they're really going to have their act together, and they're well on the way to having the tipping point really be this year. So this is very exciting. We want to be in early in these technologies, and there's massive opportunity for wealth creation, not only now, but also through 2025 and continuing well into the 2030s. You can see that this is not just about 1 year or 5 years or a 10-year trend. This is about a complete change and overhaul of the industry. It's about a completely new class of vehicles and change of the way we drive, with autonomous features coming in as well. There's all kinds of different features that are going to be available on these cars, and it's going to be really exciting to follow this whole trend. So I'm going to post a link to this article in the show notes in case you want to look at some of the photos of the cars that are in this article. It's very interesting to see some of the designs of these cars. I know I'm happy to see more of the luxury car market get into the electric vehicle mode. I think it's time for every car maker to have their version of an electric vehicle, and eventually their whole line will move to becoming an electric vehicle. And I think it's great news that we're going to have an emission-free future coming right up. If you haven't yet subscribed to Be Wealthy and Smart, hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified as soon as new podcasts are available so you never miss one of them. And don't forget, my whole entire podcast library can be found on my website at lindapjones.com/podcasts. And while you're there, sign up for my weekly email list, where once a week you get an update on how to get to financial freedom faster. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.